Good evening. So I thought I would do another quick update. I promise. I have moved from this spot and have washed my hair. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same as the last video that I did, and as I say, I'm pretty sure I was in exactly the same spot when I spoke to you as well. But yeah, it has officially been over a week now. A week and like 3 days. So I thought I would come and have a little chat and say kind of how I'm feeling and what have you. So I feel like the first week or so of kind of deployment or anything like that is always kind of getting used to kind of new routine and stuff, and it very much was kind of that for us. But fortunately it was broken up with my mother-in-law visiting for a couple of days and stuff, so that was really lovely. But I feel like now, as of today actually, my mother-in-law has gone back home. So she came up for a couple of weeks, oh my goodness, she came up for a couple of days, went home for 2 days and then came back again because Sophia had a hospital appointment. I just kind of needed help with the logistics, so she had Enzo at home for me, and Soph went to her hospital appointment with my Home Start, like, volunteer. I never know what to kind of call her, and obviously I don't really want to refer to her by her name because but that's what she is. She is a volunteer with Home Start, and she has just been kind of working with me, if you like. So I've seen her twice now. First time we kind of just stayed at home and just kind of got to know each other, sort of thing. And then the second time, like I say, she offered to help drive us to the hospital for the appointment and kind of just be there with me. And I cannot tell you how beneficial that was. Like, just having the moral support of like another adult. It was just invaluable, to be honest. And just someone with like quite a clear head and that also isn't involved. So it's not, you know, like, it's not a family member of hers, so it was probably easier for her to be there and be supportive. Whereas I feel like when you go as like parents to any appointment for your child, it can be quite hard, like emotionally and stuff. So yeah, it was just really nice to have her there. The long story short of like that appointment, it was for like a eye follow-up. Basically, Soph's had a blocked tear duct since she was born, and it's not righted itself, and it's just causing her issues now and like really starting to irritate her, I think, because it's just constantly gunky. So they've listed her for surgery to kind of try and sort it out, which I feel really like emotional about. And it's times like that I feel like, oh, I just want like Joe here, like, to go through this with me. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not like we've had a date come through or like any of that. It was just like the emotion of being told, right, okay, we're gonna do this, like, we're gonna put her to sleep and we're gonna like fix this issue. And it just took me right back to having to put her under like, I think it was about 18 months ago now, maybe a little bit longer, to have an MRI done. And yeah, it's just a lot of emotions flooded back, and it just makes me feel a bit like meh. But yeah, I feel like because of obviously everything being broken up and stuff, I'm like getting so confused. So yeah, so my mother-in-law came back to help with the whole appointment thing. That's what happened. And then obviously she went home. My Home Start volunteer is not going to be around next week because she's away. And I've basically just got quite a long time now on my own, which is fine. Like, it is what it is. But Soph's going through some really, really challenging like behaviour at the moment. And I was thinking to myself today, I don't know if it's to do with Joe not being here. I really don't know. I don't think that she knows, but equally she's displaying a lot of emotions around changes. So like when I went to pick her up on the first day, she was just a mess, because the like whole going home routine was completely different to normal for her. I went to pick her up the other day with her nan, who she absolutely adores, and initially when she saw her she was like, oh hi, and just like really happy, and then she just broke down and she was just a mess for like the whole rest of the afternoon. But again, it was, I think, because it was different, like Nanny was there to pick her up, that's not normal, why is she here, sort of thing. And yeah, I just think that it's either affecting her more than I realise, or it's just coincidence, I don't know. Watching the babies at the minute, they're both asleep, but Enzo's just stirring. Hopefully he's not going to wake up. Hopefully he's just going to roll over and get comfy. So yeah, anyway, yeah, now I'm on my own for a couple of days. It's just like reality sort of starting to set in a little bit now. But equally, in saying that, I feel like I'm kind of motivated to get through the next like 2 weeks to officially kind of start our routine that's going to be like consistent until he gets back, because Soph's hours at nursery are changing. She's going to be doing more days, which is going to be amazing, I think, for all of us. But obviously then it just shifts the whole routine, because at the moment she only does 2 mornings a week and she's going up to 4 mornings a week. So it's just going to be like a whole shift for all of us, like, to get used to. So at the moment it's just a kind of like winging it kind of thing. And next week, as I'm filming this, one of the sessions she would do falls on bank holiday on Easter Monday, so she wouldn't be in for that. And then on the next session that she would be in that week, the RAF are putting on like a deployed families like day out thing, so we're going to go to that. So she won't be in at all next week, so it's all just like, there's me saying about change and stuff, and I'm changing everything. Like, we're going from 2 sessions this week to none next week to 4 the following week, and I just really hope that it doesn't affect her, but it probably will, and I'll just have to deal with it, because that's the kind of thing that I keep telling myself, and I have basically been telling myself since day one. And I feel like it's the only thing that kind of gets me through, is like if I'm in any kind of, if I'm doing something, like if I'm having to make dinner or do washing up or laundry, like I would kind of do that anyway, or like clearing up down here of an evening, I'm like, well, if I don't do it, there's nobody else that's going to do it, you know, other than, you know, when like I say, when my mother-in-law stays for a couple of days, like she, you know, does a few bits for me, like tidies up down here, and stuff while I put the kids to bed. But yeah, in general, that's what I keep having to just tell myself, because that is the case. You know, I can't just leave everything for the foreseeable future, like, you know. So yeah, I'm very much in the stage of kind of feeling quite motivated, but equally verging into the kind of reality setting in. I'm on my own, like this is crap, basically. If you are a kind of military spouse that has gone through any kind of deployments or, you know, exercises or anything like that, then you'll probably know what I mean. It's all just a bit crap. But yeah, anyways, like I say, it's been a week and a half now. I'm just kind of ploughing through, getting us to that point where Soph's doing more days at nursery, and then we can get into our proper routine with things and just kind of chip away at the weeks and hopefully before we know it he'll be on post-deployment leave, and hopefully we can just do some nice stuff together, because like I say, the last week has just been a lot. It's been challenging for me, it's been challenging for Sophia. It's not been too bad for Enzo, I don't think. He's been fairly, like, I don't know, like nothing really has changed for him. I don't think. He's very much a mummy's boy anyway, so yeah. I mean, this morning I brought him into bed with me because it was 5 o'clock and I was like, oh, no. So I brought him into bed with me, hoping that I could feed him back to sleep, but he was having none of it. And he just like sat up eventually and was just like, Dadu, Dadu, which is like what he calls Joe. And it was just like, I don't know if he's consciously saying that, as if to say like, where is he, sort of thing, or what. I don't really know. I don't really know what he knows at this age. How old is he now? About 15 months, something like that. So yeah, it was for him, I think it's the easiest. And I can only hope that it will continue to be that way, and it'll only be my own emotions and Soph's emotions that I have to kind of contend with. But yeah, I'm going to go back to the Idaho murders trial by TikTok thing that I've just put on the BBC. On the BBC. Oh, I sound about 70. Yeah, with me, I was going to say my diet lemonade, but apparently I finished that. And my vegan chocolate that is definitely needed right now. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to love you and leave you for now, and I will speak to you all very soon.